Okay, so I am going to make a tutorial explaining how to do the wall scale technique with Mrs. Incredible. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a technique which lets you go up walls with Mrs. Incredible. So, how does this work? Well, when you jump with Mrs. Incredible and do her kick attack in the air, and you do it against a wall, depending on the wall you might slip down it, like this. Now there are two outcomes that can happen when you do this. If you are holding a direction, Mrs. Incredible will run after you go on the thingy. This looks neat because she's in a grounded state sort of, but you cannot jump since you are in the air. Like I'm trying to jump right here and it's not working. Not at all. But things are a little bit different depending on what you do. So right now I'm holding forwards, I can't do anything. I try moving other directions, I can't do anything. But what happens if I hold nothing? So I jump at the wall and I hold nothing. Well, you can see it's a little bit different. Mrs. Incredible does a different animation. She just slips down like this. I also can't jump out of this either, so this is also nothing interesting. But what happens if I go in this state and then I move forwards? As you saw there, I went into a landing animation after I did the whole wall thing. So here's what happens when I hold forwards. Hold nothing, then hold forwards. No, that was a failed attempt. Hold nothing, then hold forwards. If you hold nothing and then hold a direction, that is when you are able to jump. So, if I jump at this, kick at the wall, let go of the analog stick and press jump. I missed it there, but I'll try it again. You can get the jump. This does have some complications. The first complication is that the timing differs depending on when you kick. So you can't kick too early or you'll bonk off the wall, and you can't kick too late or you'll also bonk off the wall. So you need a sweet spot at the high up on your jump where you can do this. But depending on when you time the kick, you'll get different results. So if I do it early, I do go in the state, but it happens super late into the kick animation, so if that happens, I have to delay the trick a lot. And if I do it later, it happens near instantly, like that. So this has variable timing depending on when you kick. When I like to kick is when I'm at the apex of my jump and I'm just about to start falling. That's when I typically like to time this. So there's that. So you really just got to get down to the timing for this. You can see the controller cam. So you go towards a wall, you jump, let go of the control stick, you jump, kick, let go of the control stick, and then when Mrs. Incredible makes contact with the wall, that is when you hit a direction again and jump.
Beat sounds like heaven right about now.
The timing is key. If you're too early, you'll just go in the running animation and you can't jump. And if you're too late, you just won't get the jump. So you really do have to get the timing down. So it's like, as soon as Mrs. Incredible transitions into the next animation, as soon as you hit that wall, that is when you hit forwards again. It doesn't really matter when you let go of forwards. What matters is when you hit forwards again and jump. So yeah, that's how that works. But it can get complicated at times. Because of course we have this big skyline stretch skip in the run, which saves a lot of time. But it's kind of tricky because you have to do the exploit 3 times, or at least 2 times minimum. And you have to do angled ones as well. So here I don't go forwards, I have to turn to the left and then I have to do it again. I'm usually not this bad at it, but I'm usually playing a different version of the game, so my timing's a bit off. So yeah, there's the skip. So the fast way to do it, the most optimal way, of course you do this.
Could be trouble.
I didn't actually jump there, but that's the optimal way to do it. But that's also hard and risky, because if you miss this, you fall into the laser pit and die. There are ways around this. The first thing you can do is do the old any percent strat where you kick over onto this thing.
Whatever happened to ladies first?
Which I can't do right now because this is the GameCube version, but you kick over there, run a little bit and jump. And then you can skip that first thingy climb, but you still have to do the other two. And if you want to be even safer, you can just destroy the generator. And then it's completely safe, but you still have to do two thingies. Two wall scales. So this is the super safe way to do it. No risk whatsoever. You can easily try again, you don't have to worry about dying. There's that. There's a semi-fast way I can't properly show, so I'll just do that instead. You can do the wall scale there instead. And it's not the end of the world if you miss it, I don't think. But of course, the fast way to do it is do the full wall scale. And that is a problem with this strat. If you don't take these guys out, they can hit you. So you do have to be careful of that.
Could be trouble.
But if you don't take out the guys, if you mess up the skip, you can just defeat them and then try again. Without the risk. It's a little bit of a risk, because the laser field is there, but you shouldn't die to that.
These guys could be trouble.
It's hard to explain exactly how this specific version of skip works. But yeah, you have to do this. Turn to the left. And let go of the control stick, of course. Then you have to do that again. And then you have to do it a third time. The third time is awkward because because the timing. So for this one, you cannot kick super early. You have to delay your kick. You want to delay it to around the time you hit the top of that white bit where the green line starts. Something like this. And then you jump. And then you just time that so you grab onto that. Of course, these first two are awkward since you do have to move the control stick in a weird way. Well, you don't have to move in a weird way, but you do have to turn around. But it's not too tricky, it's just getting the timing down. That's the somewhat complex part. Like, even I miss this a whole bunch, as you've been seeing. Like, it's often because I time everything too early. There is variable timing in this, so it's definitely easy to mess up. But with more practice, you can get it more consistently. Not 100% consistently, but you can definitely get it more often, and you'll become more confident with it. So yeah, just as a last rundown, you go towards the wall, jump, kick around the apex, let go, and then when you hit the wall, you hit forwards and jump. It's tricky for sure, But the more you get it down, the more you practice it, the more you'll get it down. It's only needed in a couple places in the run. This is the only place where it is mandatory. And I'll use this exploit in lava labs as well. But that's not mandatory. And yeah. That is how you do the wall scale glitch.